Hello, and welcome once again to my playthrough of F1 2021. And we are back at Breaking Point, and I know I mentioned last time that I thought when I sort of saved it, or when I left or exited out of the Breaking Point, I thought it seemed like I had to do the French GP again, but that wasn't the case. After actually looking at it more closely. So, fortunately, that is good. So, we can go to the next chapter. We just finished the French Grand Prix, and yeah, we'll see what's next. I believe this is the, if I remember this one correctly, I believe we're going to have a flat in this one. With Haas continuing to show signs of improvement, the F1 world turns its eyes to Silverstone, a real test for rookie Aiden Jackson as he returns home with hopes of impressing the crowd and earning their support at this historic circuit.
Hello?
Hello, mate.
Who is this?
Oh, come on, keep up. It's Devon.
Butler?
The very same.
How did you get this number?
It doesn't really matter. Listen. I just wanted to pass on a bit of friendly advice.
Oh.
Now, it's always tricky racing on your home track. The pressure, all the fans watching, it's a nightmare.
Right, yeah. I imagine it is.
But if you keep your cool, you stay focused, you will get through it, okay? Just imagine it's a different circuit on the other side of the planet. Then, when your race does fall apart, it'll be a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, great advice.
I knew you'd think so. Anyway, good luck out there today. Just try and make it to the end, huh? Ta-ta!
Yeah, good luck to you too. I'll see you later.
Just some emails going over some things about Silverstone, the trackside interview, different other things here and there. News-wise, got Alonso returning to F1. And if you can see, that article there is written by none other than Lucas Weber, who was the other driver in the F1 2019 sort of mini story mode. And just going through the things there, and we'll go to the race. Capitalizing on a fantastic Q3, Aiden Jackson is enjoying one of his finest career performances when a front right puncture threatens to ruin his chances of a top 5 finish. With friends and family in the stands and the crowd behind him, Jackson sets his sights on salvaging what he can from the race.
behind us is 2.9 seconds.
Tyres are gone.
Copy, Aiden. Box, box.
Copy.
Let's just minimize the damage.
We're working with a flat. We gotta go to the pit lane. And it's a very slow pit lane.
Complete, go now.
So our objective for this race is to finish in 10th. We are currently 17th.
Still time left to push for the points here, Aiden.
Copy.
Checking the race director. Currently, Max Verstappen leads from Hamilton, Bottas, and Stroll. Let's see what we got. Alright, we're closing in pretty quickly on Kimi. And there we go by Kimi with
Nice
ease,
move. Good job.
relative ease.
Okay, gap ahead is 2.3 seconds. The gap to
Ricardo
the
and
car
Russell.
behind is 5.3 seconds.
Going side by side ahead of us is only going to help us out. A bit of a tight squeeze here. Russell's no DRS. Ricardo does, though. For a double overtake, maybe? We got it done. Up to P13. Got Vettel and
Great
Ackerman
work.
in front of
That's
us.
a new fastest lap of the race.
blow by Casper Ackerman, our teammate in Haas, who's trying to come back. It doesn't work out well for him. Here we go on Vettel inside. A little bit of contact. That's alright, we keep going.
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Closing in on Alex Albon, P11. Oh, great run through those corners. Move on Albon. Get the job done. Did what Hamilton couldn't do to Verstappen. Or what Hamilton couldn't do with Verstappen in real life. And now the car separating us from points. Devin Butler in the Williams. Just up the road. By him pretty easily. Goodbye.
Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. You're putting a good distance between yourself and the car behind.
Oh, get out of the way, Perez. If we keep up this pace, we could catch McLaren Sainz before this race is over. We got 2.5 laps left. That was a horrible run. Third Mackets and Beckett's. Let's see if we can try that one more time. It's not too good.
Our gap to the car in front is 3.2 seconds. There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Around the outside, turns to the inside, then back to the outside, around Sainz. Some excellent moves And we're up into P7. That's probably where we're going to stay. Can't see ourselves catching Ocon. I don't even know where Ocon even is.
This is your final lap of the race. We're leading our teammate by 16.0 seconds. The gap to the car ahead is 5.9 seconds.
So I think, as Max Verstappen wins the race, I think we pretty much got back to where we started. Back when we had the cut tire, so that is good. There we go. P7.
All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Red Bull pulling out all the stops today. What a great win. What a race for young Aiden Jackson. If he can keep this up, he's got a long, promising career in front of him.
Absolutely. He'd have been gutted about that puncture. Imagine what kind of challenge he'd have been able to make without it. You've got to give it to him though. He gritted his teeth and pulled it back. Great driving.
Now whisper it quietly, but things seem to be on the up for Haas's Aiden Jackson. One to watch. Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves.
And it's getting kind of late, and I do have work. I might try one more after this, and then a little shorter than I would have liked, but other events got in the way. Anyway, despite suffering a puncture mid-race, Jackson manages to overcome the odds, securing a brilliant points finish for Haas at the British Grand Prix. Doesn't beat the 4th place that we got at Circuit Paul Ricard for the French GP, though. Nearly got on the podium. But that's neither here nor there.
Brian,
Well, someone's the hot topic in the press room.
what do you mean?
Oh, come on. There's no need to be so modest.
What are you on about, Brian?
Well, after that puncture, everyone thought you'd lost it. But to pull it back and into the points, it's all anyone's talking about.
Well, I'm glad the press is starting to take notice.
Oh, get used to it. They put a bunch of interviews in your diary for tomorrow. It's why I was calling.
Right, thanks for letting me know.
So don't celebrate too hard tonight, eh?
Yeah, all right, Brian. Don't worry. I'm only going to see my mum.
Right. Well, each to their own.
See you later, Brian.
Well, we actually got some new rewards here. Take a look at. Which I guess is just XP. It's anticlimactic, but that's okay. Alright. Twists and turns of the British GP. With another display of fantastic control and determination, the new Haas driver, Aiden Jackson. That's my alarm clock phone. It's not properly charging. Sorry about that. There we go. I wish I was working about a half hour ago, but regardless, we're going to leave off. The new Haas driver, Aiden Jackson, is certainly proving his worth. The young driver started strong at the British Grand Prix at Silverstone, only to fall foul of a puncture just as he was finding his pace, and yet, even though he was forced to pit, Jackson pushed on with terrific grit to gain places and even finish the points. Fantastic result for Aiden Jackson, and one that was welcomed by his home crowd here in Silverstone. Hamilton, maybe Britain's #1 son, rightfully so, but people are also beginning to wonder if Jackson might be the favorite new kid on the block. And blah blah blah. And Schultz there, and we will go to the next chapter. The Italian Grand Prix. While the grid heads to Monza, the team at Haas have managed to find some welcome consistency during the second half of the 2020 season. Both drivers are hungry to gain ground in competition, but Aiden Jackson is determined to outperform his teammate Casper Ickerman, both in the standings and in the eyes of the team.
I'm not sure if it's something to do with the energy storage. I'm losing power on the straights.
Right. And you said the acceleration was okay? I'll take a look at it.
And how are we today, chaps? Everything running smoothly, I hope.
All right, Brian. Yeah, we're just going through a few last-minute tweaks.
Ah, that's what I like to see. With dedication like that, maybe you'll be able to get us back a few more of those points, eh?
Yeah, I'll try.
Actually, Aiden, I'm glad I've caught up with you. Thought you might like to know. I had a call this morning from Mattia Binotto. Mentioned you directly.
Oh.
I think they're sniffing around for next season. You're being watched.
So, no pressure then?
So, what's the problem with the car?
I'm losing power on the straights. It's not a massive issue. I'm sure we can deal with it.
Yeah, theoretically, do we have time to install the Spec 2 unit before the race?
Yes, boss.
And Casper's reporting no problems?
No.
Okay. Let's do it. Put the Spec 2 in Aiden's, would you?
Well, that would sort it. I mean, if you're sure.
Of course. You could do with a little boost. A little boost. Besides, anything for our star driver. Casper, how are you today? Feeling good about the race?
Well, there you go.
Brian.
Aiden, I'm glad I've caught you. Listen, don't worry about Casper.
Let me stop you there. Brian, Casper's the furthest thing from my mind right now. I've got a race to focus on.
Good man. In the garage just now, that was my fault. I know how he can be.
What, childish? Self-centered? I'm sick of it, Brian. He's been on my case ever since I joined the team. He needs to grow up.
Okay, okay. You just leave Casper to me and get your head in the race. Let's put that new power unit to good use, eh?
Sure thing, Brian. See you on the other side.
Devin Butler interview. Let's read through some of the articles here. Alright, so some interesting happenings there. And I guess we'll go to a race. Go to the Italian Grand Prix. Okay, Jackson looks to take full advantage of his car's new power unit, to the vexation of his teammate Casper Inkerman. With the grid set, his focus locked, Jackson is eager to show Ackerman why Haas signed him. So I don't know how much of this we're going to be doing here. This might be another France where we're doing a whole race, and it is.
Welcome one and all, and we're in for a real treat at this classic circuit here today. The crowd are ready to go, the cars are ready to go, and we're just about set for lights out. Welcome to the Italian Grand Prix. We're 12 miles northeast of Milan for today's Grand Prix at a Monza circuit where we can expect top speeds of around 215 miles per hour. 11 corners on this 3.6 mile track, with 7 of those coming in the form of chicanes, and with a good slipstream and DRS open, there should be plenty of opportunity for some passing here today. Here we are then, Monza, the 90th time this event has been held, so a special year for F1 fans, particularly the Italians, who are rightly proud of this event and its heritage.
Yeah, it always feels a bit special here, doesn't it, Crofty? Hamilton holds the joint record with Schumacher for number of wins here at 5 apiece, but could snatch it outright today with a 6.
Nearly 100 years of history here, so let's see what this year holds in store for the Italian Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Ackermann, Carlos Sainz, and Perez. Norris, Ricciardo, Stroll, and Alexander Albon. Ocon, Leclerc, George Russell, and Butler. Vettel, Kvyat, Antonio Giovinazzi, and Aiden Jackson. Gasly and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Right, let's see if we can squeeze some performance out of this new power unit. Good luck out there today.
Alright, 13 laps, not terrible. Hopefully this race gets over quickly so I can get to bed. Alright. Our objective is to beat Casper Ackerman, who qualified in P4. Our getaway's not that good, but we're better off the... Ooh, it's tight, it's tight, it's tight. Getting around Devin Butler. Leaving him in the dust. At least momentarily. Nice pass there on Leclerc. Puts us into P12. By Esteban Ocon in the Renault. Coming up on Lance Stroll in the Racing Point. Outside of Parabolica. Goodbye. Sayonara. See you later. Closing in on Ricciardo and Norris and Albon.
Keep it up.
There's a triple overtake on the works here. Dive bomb from all the way back here.
Casper should be within reach soon, Aiden. You are free to race.
Oops. The inside of Ricciardo at Lismo 2. He got it. around the outside of Lando Norris. Up to P7.
Nice move. We can now use DRS. DRS now available.
Casper coming 2 spots ahead. Perez got the spot. Now what's left is Casper and Ackerman. We will have reached our objective, meaning we just have to close the race out.
That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up.
Energy store's all used up, and Casper's gonna blow right by me, but not for long. We hold him off there. Oh my gosh, we're only 4 laps into this thing.
Gap to car in front is 2.9 seconds.
Sainz coming back. Back by Sainz again.
Gap to teammate behind is...
Oh, that's not good. Let's try it again. Switch back on Sainz. Not able to get the power initially, but we have DRS. Actually, I don't want to tap the back of them. Boy.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Still can't believe we got 8 laps of this left. Oh.
Okay, gap ahead is 1.7 seconds.
Oops.
Okay, we can take you this lap. Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop.
Oh, we're stopping right now. It's just past halfway.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Oops. So one of the Mercedes stopped,
Casper
as
is in
does
the
one of the
pits,
McLarens,
Casper in the
as does
pits.
Casper Akerman, so once again we double stack.
Release, release.
I'm sure Casper can't be happy with that.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Oh. Alright. 6 laps at Monza, we could do this.
into P8. That's P8 now.
So Hamilton leads the Italian Grand Prix, followed by Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas. As he ran into the back of Gasly, totally by accident. Ooh.
Nice work, that brings you up a place. Our gap to the car in front is 10.6 seconds.
Ooh. Just gonna pause for a second to take a drink. Alright, 4 laps to go.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright, 3 to go. Let's try to minimize mistakes and bring it home.
We're leading our teammate by 13.3 seconds.
2 laps to go. Of course, a little bit there. Still okay. We're still going. Let's see where everyone is. Casper Hickman's in 13th, and Dev Butler is down in 15th. So there you go.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Alright, just less than a lap and a half left. Then we can call it a night.
This is your final lap of the race.
Alright, here we go, last lap of the race.
You're dropping a second a lap to the car behind, 1 second.
Alright, there we go. P4
Okay,
finish,
pick up rubber
equaling
and
our
bring it
best
home.
result of the season. Back at Paul Ricard.
Well, 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 quite the rivalry forming between the rookie Aiden Jackson and his veteran teammate Casper Ackerman.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit of when Hamilton signed for McLaren back in 2007. And we all know how that one ended. Alonso returned to Renault pretty much the moment the season wrapped up.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
It's loading.
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. So, it's a decent result for you today with a finish in the points. How are you feeling, Aiden?
What could I say? It went well. And points are points. I'm really happy, and I think the team will be too. It's a good result here, so let's see if we can build on that for the next one.
A big talking point, irrespective of today's results, is how you've improved overall throughout the season. What would you say to that?
couldn't do it without the support of the team. They've been incredible. I'm feeling looked after, and I couldn't ask for more. So any improvements are thanks to them.
It's funny you should mention the team as a whole. Can you give us an update? How is the current relationship between you and Casper Ackerman?
Look, driver relationships are always going to be tricky. Individually, you're always pushing yourselves, and that can cause friction. I can't let anything like that worry me. Besides, we're fine.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Alright, and once everything gets sorted out here, this is where we're going to stop for the night. As I'm about ready to hit the hay, as they say. Chapter 6, with only a handful of races remaining in the season. Time is running out for Haas to secure the points needed to finish above their mid-pack rivals in the Constructors' Championship. A dip in form over the past few races has the team desperately hoping for a strong performance from both rookie Ian Jackson and veteran Casper Ackerman.
Mom?
Aiden, I'm here.
Oh, good. After that flight delay, I was starting to get concerned.
Don't worry. Everything's fine.
And they're looking after you?
Better than at Silverstone.
Good, because you were my lucky charm there, Mum. And I'm hoping you do the same here.
I'll try, love. Now just do what you do, and everything will be great.
I know. Mirror signal maneuver.
And always stick to the speed limit.
I'll try.
Have a great race, Aiden. I'll see you after.
I'm so pleased you're here, Mum. This one's for you, eh?
More rewards. More XP. And that will be it. So thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one, starting with the Mexican Grand Prix.